Welcome back to Volume 2, if that's what we want to call it. Let's not waste any time. Let's get into Volume 2. Ooh. Eminem fans, what y'all know about that? If you've never heard Eminem's Infinite, go on YouTube, look it up. It's one of my favorite albums personally. If you're used to like later Eminem and you hear this, you might feel a little ways, but this was probably one of the earliest albums that I heard of him. I think it was Slim Shady LP. I don't know, man. Since then, it's been one of my favorite albums, but it's kind of hard to find, and I'm pretty sure it's a pretty fucking penny on eBay, but I'll keep looking for it at a good price because I want to own that shit. A journey with me through the mind of a maniac, doing to be a killer since I came out the nutsack. That's a dangerous track, if you want to call it. You know what I mean? I feel like some people can really get pumped up off of that in the wrong ways. Natural Born Killer is a very, very dangerous track. How many mics do we rip on the deli? Send me money. Send me many. The Fugees album, The Score, is a very important like hip hop album. Their sound is so like great. That's what I love about hip hop. Like that sound, like the sound that they have is what I fucking love about hip hop. Like that song right there, Many Mics, is one of my favorite songs on that album. It's not the best, but personally, it's one of my favorites. I mean, there's plenty of other great ones on that album, but that one right there is one that I love to bump. Only God can judge me, bro. Like that one right there is one of the first tracks that really got me into Tupac in general, right? When I started listening to hip hop, it was probably like 97, 98. I wasn't really familiar with it at the time. I can't tell you what I was listening to before because I don't have any recollection of like my childhood much, you know, prior to that. But I know that song was one of the fucking songs that just like made me know who Tupac was. And I started listening to his catalog. I had cousins who were deep into like rap because they were much older. But that song right there, Only God Can Judge Me, that one right there is what got me into fucking Tupac. Tupacalypse motherfucking now. What can I say, man? That's another track that is very important to me. Eazy-E in general, man. Like Eazy-E is just those guys that just freaking turned me into a hip hop head. That just made me love rap and hip hop. What else can I say, man? It is a classic, and TikTok, please don't fuck it up. Bone Thugs and motherfucking Harmony. It's funny that that they're not West Coast rappers, right? Like they're from Cleveland, but because of how they were found by Eazy-E, that they're considered West Coast. Like everybody on the West Coast would consider Bone Thugs West Coast artists, which is funny because they're not from here, but the sound is just so fucking like hardcore, so West Coast, so gangsta, you know what I mean? Like that just sounds so hard, man. And that track right there again with Eazy-E on it, I don't know, maybe Eazy-E's trying to tell me something, trying to be like, hey, you know what? Listen to my music, man. You know what I mean? Spread the legacy, like fucking bump that shit at a little kid's birthday party or something. Like spread the word. Jamal's Keep It Real. That shit just goes hard too. That was one of the tracks that I started to learn later when I started getting into hip hop back in the day. That's a banger right there, man. Keep It Real. That shit slaps. That is a blapper. The Takeover, man, that's a hard track right there. I don't think nobody knew. When he came out with this, nobody thought Nas was going to come out with what he came out with. But the response to this was just as fucking hard. I would be surprised if I have it on the same fucking disc. As far as diss tracks go, this is one of my favorites. Oh, no. Don't. YouTube, let me drop it. That song is just like an ode to hip hop and how fucking hard it slaps, man. It's just like the Dr. Octagon Earth People. That song right there is one of those songs that you need to look up on YouTube if you haven't heard it. It is a great fucking song, man. It's you wouldn't be disappointed, trust me. That is a Bay Area slapper. I believe it's from Zion I, if I'm not mistaken. Another great track from him, I'm pretty sure I have it in one of these discs somewhere, is Silly Putty. If you haven't heard it, it's a great fucking like conscious rap for y'all conscious rap fans out there. A lot of West Coast sounds, man, just made up my childhood. I just remember going to my cousins' houses and fucking turning on the radio, and they would play that kind of shit. Like now, radio to me is really, I don't know, it's really kiddish. Like like to me, I say kiddish because it's not the sound that I like, really, like, to be quite honest. And so this type of shit is what they played. They would play Corrupt. They would play like the new Snoop Dogg. They would play like Ludacris. Like to me, maybe like the old school heads, like older like fucking heads would think like that shit was kiddish, maybe like the way that I'm viewing hip hop now on the radio. But like to me, man, that shit slaps. Like that fucking West Coast sound in general. And Daz and Corrupt made a lot of great fucking like hip hop tracks that just contributed to my childhood. Like I said on Volume 1, Black on Both Sides is one of my favorite albums, just because that was one that I just threw into my fucking 2001 Mustang convertible and just let it play all the way through. Look, look, man. Tribe Called Quest is by far one of my favorite hip hop groups. They're very important to me, and as far as they go on the list, it has to be my top 5. It has to be, because like my top 5 is very exclusive, because those are the fucking groups that I listen to often, and when I listen to them all the time. So up there is Eminem, because Eminem changed my life, and he just fucking like I always listen to Eminem. 2 is Ice Cube. Tribe Called Quest is up there, and I still have to figure it out about the other 2, but those 3 for sure are on my fucking top 5. What a great album, man, and what a great fucking track. I'm gonna be quite honest with you, a lot of people are probably gonna hate me for this, but I didn't like that track in the beginning. It's a good fucking song, but if it comes on, I'll either like just whatever hear it, like I'm not really invested in it, or if I could, I'll skip it. You know what I mean? But not to say that it's not a good song, because it is. All Eyes on Me is a very fucking good track, and just the album itself is very, very fucking badass. So All Eyes on Me, man, you know, some people love it. I think it's okay. If you want to fucking persecute me for that, then you can, but I said what I said. DJ Quick, man, like very, very important to my childhood as well. Like I've been saying this whole fucking video about the West Coast sound. DJ Quick just had a lot of influence on my childhood as well, man. Just anything that came from LA at the time or in the Bay Area was really like heavily influential in my childhood. When I think of playing GoldenEye when I was a kid, I think of fucking Dr. Dre's Chronic 2001. It takes me back to a time when I fucking loved playing Nintendo 64, fucking looking at Pokemon cards, going outside and playing fucking cops and robbers. You know, we had the fake guns and shit. We would get the fucking sticks or the bottles and pretend they were shotguns and shit. I know it's not very PC nowadays because everybody's fucking, you know, crying like little biznatches, but, you know, at that time, like, we didn't care. Like, you know, what's fucking pretend? You know, you pretend you got shot. You pretend you were fucking Django or something like that. You know what I mean? Tribe Called Quest Electric Relaxation. That's a pretty dope name for a track. You know what I mean? Like, I honestly had that as my YouTube name a long time ago. I put Electric Relaxation, and I remember commenting on some dude's video. He's like, hey man, that's a pretty dope fucking name. And I was like, that shit is dope, huh? But I wish I would have came up with it, but I didn't. But here's a fun fact for you. I bet you didn't know that J. Cole on Born Sinner, Forbidden Fruit, was actually a slowed down version of Electric Relaxation. I bet you didn't know that. Now you do. Oh man, no, I can't. Nope. Jay-Z's Reasonable Doubt, man, has to be one of my favorite albums, if I'm gonna be honest with you. The Evils is just a track, man, that just slaps you right in the face when you hear it, and it just fucking like corrupts your fucking brain. You're just like, ugh. It's another fucking dangerous track, just like Natural Born Killers by Dre and Ice Cube, man. It's another dangerous track. Don't let that shit corrupt you though, man, alright? Keep fucking focused and just focus on that energy and be like, oh man, this shit makes me want to fucking box, kickbox, do karate and shit. Watch out, watch out, watch out. Damn, G, this spot's getting hot. So how the fuck we supposed to make a knot? My Summer Vacation, man, a great fucking tale about moving from LA, going around the country to go fucking set up camp, to start slanging drugs and bringing the fucking gangster lifestyle around the country. And the news is like, oh, you know, these guys are from gangs from LA and quién sabe qué. But that shit is hard, man. Like, that shit does slap right there. Check it out if you haven't. My Summer Vacation. Man, when it comes to Eminem and Royce together, like, to me personally, there is no better fucking combo than M and Royce together. I'm a little disappointed in the Bad Meets Evil album because it could have been great. It was very fucking jokey joke. There's some good songs in there, but it could have been better. But this track right here, man, Bad Meets Evil off the Slim Shady LP, that shit right there, that's probably one of my favorite tracks on that album. And for obvious reasons, it's Royce and Eminem. Like, if you can't have a duo that spits fucking hard, then, like, there is no better duo that spits hard than fucking M and Royce. A lot of people would challenge me. It's cool. It's hip hop. We're going to fucking argue about a lot of shit. But I'm telling you, man, like, them two together, every time a track is on them with them two, it's one of my favorites. So that was my look at Volume 2. But this one had a lot of fucking West Coast jams on it, man. Some shit that's very personal to me, like I've been saying through the whole video. So this video is dedicated to the West Coast sound, to West Coast hip-hop, to gangster rap. All right, this shit is very nostalgic to me. It hits really hard fucking home. You know what I mean? Like, if I was to move to fucking, I don't know what, like, let's say Oklahoma and shit, like, I'm taking gangsta rap West Coast shit with me, and that's just gonna make me feel like I'm at home. All right, so thank y'all for checking out my video. Please don't forget to share this video with everybody. I'm trying to get the word out about my YouTube videos. I know it's a lot of video game content. I'm trying to change that because I don't think video games is a really, like, big thing, and it's kind of hard to get into that because so many people do it. I love to play video games, which is kind of hard, and it's easier content if I'm going to be quite honest. I love this series, man. I love sitting here listening to the music. It's very fucking, like, therapeutic. I drive trucks, so it gets kind of tough out there sometimes. So it's very therapeutic to sit here and kind of talk to the camera and go through a lot of pretty much a CD of nostalgia, you know, if I'm going to put it into words. So thank y'all very much once again for checking out my videos. And I'll catch y'all next time, all right? Gracias. And don't forget to subscribe and like, especially like. All right? So again, deuce. Ha ha ha. Catch y'all next time.